How y'all doing? It's been a minute since I did a video, like a sit and chat, and I have a lot of stuff that I want to talk about. And really, this video it's about an insecurity of mine that I suppress almost every single day, but it's really an insecurity of mine. I'm gonna show y'all. No, I'm not gonna show y'all. I'm gonna talk to y'all about it first. So this video is the story time about the time I was told that I was too fat to work at the U Bar here in Atlanta, Georgia. It's a real short story time. So I text my friend who works there. We're gonna call her Real. I text Real and I was like, hey, y'all hiring? And she was like, yeah, come in. So I came in, I sat down and then, no, I didn't. Oh yeah, I came in and then someone came up to me and they were like, hey, sweetie, so what would you like to order? And I was like, yeah, I don't want to order anything. I just want to, talk to your manager and see if you guys are hiring, see if I can fill an application. And, everyone that I spoke with was extremely nice. So get there, fill out the application. Guy comes up to me, shakes my hand. I offer it. I already knew he was a gay guy. Don't ask me how. It's Atlanta. Gay guy, and they don't. Come on now. Don't do that. And for some reason, gay guys do not like me. I don't know what it is. I don't know why. I don't get it. I mean, it's not like men want me here. They want you, not me. So I get there and I shake his hand. He shook my hand on a tip like this. He didn't even give me a full handshake. And because I'm still in school for massage therapy, they teach us that a handshake is very important, especially, in letting people know that you got that pressure. So he shook my hand like I was a disgusting peasant. And I'm like, why did he just shake my hand like that? But I'm not going to be sensitive about it. And he was just like, so what's your availability like? And I told him, and he was just like, well, this is what he said to me. I'm not the hiring manager. That's another person. They're on vacation, but when they get back, I will have them call you. What position were you looking to work? And I was like, I could work any position that's open now if you're able to hire me for a different position. And when the other person gets back, I would like to be like a bottle girl, a bar, the girls who just walk around in a little boosty. They walk around in this. This is what they walk around in. Now, I did not hear from him. I get a text from my friend Real, and she was just like, did they contact you? No, back up. So what he told me too was that he had just had, they do these things where it's just like an open, not an audition, but it's like an open interview where anybody can come in at any time of the day on that specific day. Well, not any time, they have a specific blocked out time and a whole bunch of people can just come in and this is my little pillow though. Don't know my pillow, she's so cute. And a whole bunch of people can just come in and do their interviews right on the spot. So I missed that day. I had no idea. And he was just like, we just did that. So if there's anything open, I'll be letting you know. I'll be in contact with you. And I was like, okay, great. So I get a text from my friend about 2 or 3 days later. Yeah, 2 or 3 days later. And she was just like, did they contact you? And I was like, they haven't said anything to me. And she was just like, oh, he told me you was too fat. And I found that weird because there was a girl who came up to me and she saw me too. Now, she came up to me and she was just like, so when you gonna start working? And I was like, I guess that's up to them. She was like, the only thing you need to do is know your liquors, like your browns and your whites and all that stuff, your rums and your cognacs. And if you can name those, then you'll be good. And you have to pay $75 to get a liquor license or a bartending license or whatever it is. And she was like, but you can get that during the week and you'll make that money right back on your first day because the tips are really good here. I think you're gonna make great tips. Now, in my mind, she works here. So if anybody is gonna kind of like warn me about it, I know she don't know me like that, but I feel as though if you work here, then you kind of know what your boss hire, what your boss don't hire. You got a gist, and she looked like me. The only difference was her stomach was a little bit more flat, but we had kind of the same shape and I had bigger boobs. And so backtrack to my friend texting me that. I was like, he said I'm too fat. And she was just like, I tried. She texted me and she said, I tried. Hold on, let me read it to you. I'm gonna read y'all exactly what they said. Okay. She said, did they call you? I said, no. She was like, my manager think you fat. He think you a sweetheart, but I tried to tell him that you not fat. He don't believe me. I said, wow, what time you leaving tonight? She said, I'm not sure, I'm not there. I said, I'm coming up there so he can see. She said, I never work on Friday, so I don't know. But I don't know who they're now, but show some ass in that stomach. That's how they gonna hire you. Now, when I was filling out the application, nowhere on there did it say there was a specific body type they were looking for. When he talked to me, in my face, he didn't say anything to that effect of that I was too big. Now, the only reason this irritates me, it's a couple reasons why it irritates me. I came from this to this, to this. This. I'm fat. Like, it's not flat, but babe, who fat? Who? I mean, who? I mean, the booty is definitely fat, but I'm not fat. Why would you say that? Why would you? Why? I'm over it now as far as how it made me feel that day, because if I would have talked about it that day, this would have been a completely different video. I would have been sitting up here crying, eating macaroni and cheese and all kind of stuff, because I was 291 pounds. Losing that much weight is hard. I'm 230 pounds now. That's hard, okay? Especially when in my marriage, my husband was not working out with me. My best friend was not working out with me. Nobody worked out with me. I did that by myself. I prepped my own meals. Like, I had a trainer, but he was a joke. Like, he was only interested in his clients who were already in shape and could make him look good as far as the fitness competition world. So people like me were not a priority of his, okay? My freaking trainer was a joke. Excuse me. I got up in the morning and walked 5 miles. I did that. I did HIIT workouts. I made sure I did my intermittent fasting and my fasted cardio. I did that. So for someone who doesn't know anything about me, especially a man, it makes me so irritated when men feel as though they can say anything about a woman's appearance. I don't get up and think to myself, I want to look good for these niggas. No, I want to look good for me. I love the way it feels when I just go outside. I'm like, oh, I feel so. Then I smell so, and I don't know about y'all, but I do a little coochie check, and I be like, oh, peaches. You know, it's just stuff like that. I do that for me. I don't do that for you. I don't exist for you. So for him to say it, and then when I walked in, I'm already turning heads when I walk in there. So you might think it's fat, but these dudes up in here like that. Like, and then I go back, because U-Bar is kind of like the place I hang out at. It's convenient. It's like right down the road from where I stay at. And I go back. There are girls in there bigger than me working. And I was like, when I met him, when I pissed him off, because you see the abs trying to, do you, who, baby, who that? Who? The booty? Yes, it's supposed to be. Really? I'm fat? I work out. I can run 2 miles without stopping. And that's not to say to prove a point, but I'm in shape. Everything that's supposed to jiggle, like it's soft where it's supposed to be and up when it's supposed to be. Like, what are you talking about? I'm too fat to work here. When this girl, and this is not to shame her, but if you're gonna tell me I'm too big to work here, that means there needs to be nothing bigger than me up in this uniform, if that's your standard. It was like 2 or 3 girls way bigger than me working there, and I'm like, okay, so clearly this is not the job for me, and it wasn't. So I ended up getting a job that pays more somewhere else in my field. And it hurt my feelings, and I definitely cried about it, because that is an insecurity of mine. A lot of times, I'm just going to be completely transparent again. When I have issues with dating, because these were issues that I had in my marriage, my ex made comments about my body. After I had our baby, after I had our youngest baby, Audra, I was 291 pounds, and she was 3 months old, and I hadn't lost any weight. I was probably like 280 something, so I probably lost like 9 pounds literally. And we were arguing, and I was feeling away because after those 3 months, I mean, he never took me out. And when we would go in public, he would never want to walk by me. He would never want to hold my hand. He would never want to take pictures with me. He would never post pictures of me. It was almost as if we weren't even married. And we were married at this time, okay? We were married now. And I'm like, are you ashamed of me? And he said, no, but I'm just not attracted to big women. Oh, you're not. This is another reason why I struggle now with wanting to have kids in the future, because both of my exes had something to say about the way my body changed from carrying their children. That's the insecurity that I have, that I've developed as a result of being with men who were immature. Because I feel as though a man who's mentally mature is going to understand you're not going to look like everybody else. And in my family, we have midsections. It's just something that goes. We have beautiful skin, you know, beautiful hair and all that stuff, big booties, and tummies. Tummies run in our family. They just do. If you don't have a tummy, you really work to get rid of that thing. Our family, you got to stay on it to not have a tummy. It's just the way it goes. And I know that. My cousins know that. Everybody in my family know that's the thing with all the women. We get tummies. But we're beautiful and we're amazing and we're awesome. It's just a little stomach. And the stomach comes after you have the babies. And I'm like, when he said that to me, I thought about all the things about him that were not my first choice. And this is just going into all of the mental things that I went through when the guy told me I was too fat to work at the U-Bar. I was like, there's a lot of shit about you that I don't like. And you don't see me throwing it up in your face. I accept you as you are. But still, he said to me, but still, I thought you would have lost all that weight by now. Again, a man who did not have a baby, and I had a C-section, okay? So for 2 of those 3 months, I couldn't do nothing. I don't know if any of you ladies out there have had a C-section, but oh my God, I would not wish that on my worst enemy. I would have rather have had a vaginal birth with no medicine than to have a C-section. Give me the natural vaginal, go ahead, let's do that thing. Let's make some shake. And when he said that to me, our relationship was never the same. Everything after that turned into me basically, I'm just going to tell the truth, I just wanted him to regret what he said. The relationship got real, because it made me feel as though that's a condition. I thought marriage was supposed to be an unconditional love type thing. And I'm not trying to drag him through the mud and all like that. I'm just telling y'all some real stuff that's really happened. These were real conversations. This really came up. And I was like, I know for a fact I get hit on even being that size. Even being that size, guys were still calling me beautiful. Guys were still approaching me. Guys were still sending me messages. And I decided to ignore that stuff. That was me. Like, okay, this who you got. Like, I'm trying to show you that this I'm a good chick. Like, and he still said the same. He wouldn't take me nowhere. And when he did, it was always that he wanted something after. It was never just because. And that made me feel like in every situation with the guy, if ever it don't work out or if ever he has a problem, it's because of my weight. And that's the insecurity that I have. I'll be thinking to myself, well, is he trying me like this because he looking at my body and thinking, oh, she big, so she'll take this, or she big and she see all these other girls who look like this and this and that? Because I may think that you're thinking that, but in my mind, I'm like, oh, he got me fucked up if he think that I'm supposed to care. Like, if he thinks that him seeing me differently or my looks making him treat me differently is supposed to make me feel differently about myself. Oh, you retarded. You played yourself because now you black. That's just how I operate. If any, and this is just like, I'll go to U-Bar, but I just stay away from that manager. But I feel like I need for myself to love myself. So if anybody I've ever dealing with at any point in time made any remarks about my weight, felt the need to comment about, oh, you got a little something here, or da 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 da, you lie. I'm not talking to you anymore, because I know that's something that makes me feel insecure, and I'm tired of hearing about it when I know that I put in my work to go to the gym and look good for me and be healthy for me, when I know that I eat better than about 80% of the population. I know that. When I know that I drink my water, when I know that it smell like peaches, I don't care. And screw that dude at the U-Bar for saying, I don't know who the heck he thought he was. And to all the girls out there who are struggling with loving yourself, whatever size you are, don't struggle, boo. As long as you love yourself, your light is going to shine from the inside out. Anybody else who don't like it can get lost. That's their loss. I don't feel as though I got to be hidden or suppressed, or even now, the affection should not change just because my outward appearance changed. That played a part in how I felt, because I did cry after that guy said that to me. I did cry, and I was like, that's the only thing that people keep saying, is that I have a pudge. That's it. This is all you see. This all you see. Like, bitch, I had kids, okay? And I had hard pregnancies. I'm not about to sit here and act like I'm not Halle Berry. I'm not Nicole Murphy. I'm not her. I'm Alexandria. In Alexandria's jeans, she's gonna have stretch marks. She is. She's gonna have stretch marks. She's gonna have a little pudge. You know, it's just this little pudge right there, and it's cute, and it's soft, and it's squishy. You can lay on it if you want to, and it's warm, and it feels nice. But this is kind of low-key a rant. Like, I'm so tired of that. I'm not sucked and tucked. And I'm so tired of feeling like I have to be sucked and tucked.